name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, and this is my Make It Monday for this week. Today I'm going to be playing with Delicate Dahlias. It's a celebration offer with $180 product purchase. So it's one of the level 2 celebration items. I've only just received it and it is actually a beautiful set. So you've only got 3 days left of celebration. It finishes on the 30th of September. So any $90 product purchase gets you a free gift with purchase from the little celebration catalogue. So if you've got a wish list and you've got at least $90 in product, you might as well put an order in before Thursday so you can get a free item out of this catalogue. There's designer series paper, there's stamp sets, yeah, all sorts of lovely things, some dies to match a stamp set, and there's designer series paper to match product bundles that are in the mini catalogue, so you can coordinate your products all together. So certainly get an order in before Thursday if you've got a $90 wish list to get a free item out of the little catalogue, because once celebration ends these items are not available. So I shall put the phone up into the holder and we'll get started on what we're going to make today. Okay, so as I said, we're using the Delicate Dahlias stamp set. Make sure that's in focus. Oh yes, everything's in good spots. Seem to have my camera in a good spot today. Okay, so we're going to make these 2 cards using the Dahlias stamp set. So we're just going to have a little play with those, and then I might show you a few other products I've got with celebration items in them, that so you can see what's going to be not available from Thursday. So the first one we're going to do is this one. I haven't even put a greeting on this one, but that's okay. I can add a greeting later. So I'm just getting the inks I need for that one. So it's just on a piece of Whisper White, and it's attached to a piece of thick Whisper White. I shouldn't screw that up. It's got some dimensions and colours on it. So I shall put that there. I don't know if that's going to be in view, but hopefully. So here's my little piece. So what we need is a card base of thick Whisper White, and I've cut it at 10.5 centimetres straight down the middle of the A4 cardstock. And I'm just going to get that score nice and crisp. And I have a piece of Whisper White, which is 13 centimetres by 8, and a piece of basic black, which is 13.5 by 8.5, and that's just going to mat onto each other. So I'll put those there, and we shall get some blocks. I had my blocks out. I don't know why I put those away. That was very silly of me. And get my chamois. Okay, so we need this. I cleaned my blocks, that's why I put them away. I was being a good girl. Okay, so I'll get some blocks out so that we've got them ready to go. So at the moment we just need, I do like the way this stamp set is inside. You've got your outline images on one side of the case and your coloured distinctive stamp on the other side. So I do like the way they're in the box. Now we're just going to use the distinctive ones. So I need this one, there it is. And I need the leaves too. So, and I'm just wondering if I should stamp the leaves first. I think I might. So this is the Evergreen Elegance. So I'm just going to put one there. And I've got my foam mat underneath because we're using a photopolymer stamp set. You can use a mouse mat, that also works. down there. And I'll clean as I go because I will be needing the same stamps for the next card. Okay, so that's all the Evening Elegance I'm going to use. And I didn't get my door back. That was missing. Magenta Madness. Okay, so I'm using Pumpkin Pie to ink up my stamp. And as I said, it is a distinctive stamp, so it's a little bit hard sometimes to see if you've inked it up properly. And now with my dauber, I'm just going to put some pink in the middle to get this effect. And you can put some up the petals if you want. And I'm just going to place my stamp down. There we go. I'll give that a clean before I ink it up again. So ink it up with Pumpkin Pie. And bring that back in here so you can see what I'm doing. Just putting some dauber onto the petals. And that's Magenta Madness. Yes. And you might wonder why I've got a black mark on my stamp, and I'll show you why when we do the next card. It just gives a multiple coloured image by putting the dauber of another colour on. So one more, I'm going to ink it up with the Pumpkin Pie. Get my dauber. I don't have dahlias in my garden, so I'm not quite sure if they're easy to grow or hard to grow. And then down here, press down hard. There we go. So I'll just give that a good wipe. And I'll put that back in my stamp case because I'll need the outline stamp for the next one, which fell off. There we go. Close up my ink pads. Okay, so I shall remove this. I don't need my daubers anymore. And I'll bring my card base in. Okay. Pick up my piece and get my black matting piece. Now, I haven't put any ribbon or anything on my sample card because I just wasn't sure how to finish it off. And I think ribbon might spoil the dahlias. So I don't think I'll put ribbon on it again. But I will put a greeting. And that's going to go on dimensionals. I'm still dealing with a blurry eye, left eye, so I hope I can get things straight today. I had trouble yesterday. So let me see, I'll just line it up on my grid paper. Okay, I think that's pretty straight. Press that down. Okay. Now I am going to, got a scrap of white here, I'm going to use the You Inspire Me stamp. And I'm not quite sure what colour I should do. Maybe black. Maybe black. I hope everyone's been keeping well. We've had some lovely weather. Oh look, I just put black on that. How did I do that? Honestly. You Inspire Me. It stamps quite nicely. It's a beautiful stamp set. It's a shame it's sort of not one that's in the catalogue that's going to continue, because you could do lots of... I must have had black on the back of my ink block. Silly girl. You could do lots of things with this. It just means I can't continue to demonstrate with it. But if you get it, you can do what you like with it. Okay, so I will just cut this off. Now I might do it at 1/2 inch. Actually, I might just take a little bit off here and do it at 1/2 inch, because then it will fit into my punch I'm going to use, which I didn't get down. So this is the Treasure Tags punch, and I think you might have seen me use these before. If you've watched before, you've got 2 shapes and 3 different measurements: 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 inch. So you get technically 6 punches in one. So I'm just, that's not quite 1/2 inch. You should cut your cardstock. It's so hard. It's sort of right on the 1/2 inch, but a little bit under. Little bit under. Oh, I was way off with that one. So just as well I double check, because otherwise it won't sit in the slot like that and slide in. So you just slide it in until it can't go any further. You can, nope, see, it's not in right. Until you can see it like that, and punch it out. And I keep the little chad, that's what I call it. And I get my pencil, I put it on the other end and work out how much space I want from each end. And I just do that with a pencil. And where's some scissors? Oh, here they are, they're buried. And then I cut it off at the marking, at the measurement, and then I put it back in. You might have to just feed it in a little bit, help feed it in, and turn it over and make sure it's lined up, and pull it out, and you've got your tag punched. I could put it across there. I think it needs a little bit of something, not brown. What's these yellows? Let's see. Just a little bit of colour, just to soften the starkness of the white. I don't know what colour that was on my brush. Probably Daffodil Delight, but that's okay. And I'm going to put a mini dimensional on this end, because I'm going to hang it over the edge. And then I'll just put a little bit of seal on this end to stick onto the card, the stamped image. Okay, so this there, just make sure it's, yep, that's that. And I shall get some bling down. What bling shall I use? What about the champagne rhinestones? They might look nice because they're sort of, yes. Ooh. So I'm going to put this big one. If I can get it off my fingers. I'll put that one up here. Just going right there. And I'll put a little one there. And another little one there. And while I'm at it, I'm going to put some on this one. Put one in there. I'll put my greeting somewhere else. And I think that is a bit yellow, so I might have to fix that later. I might just sponge a little bit of pale papaya over it, just very carefully, because that is a little bit yellow, but that's okay. Only I'm critical of that. So that's my first card with the Delicate Dahlias. How pretty is it? It's really lovely, like it. Okay, so that's that card, so I'll put that aside. This was one I put up on my blog and on my Facebook page last night. Very simple. It's using 3 Celebration products. So it's using, let me get the names right, the Delicate Dahlias stamp set, the beautifully penned DSP, it's a black and white DSP, and some of the bedazzling paper, which I believe has not sold out in Australia. It has sold out in America, but it's still current in Australia. So, and then I just decorated the inside with a little bit of paper, designer series paper. I could go back and decorate the inside of this, which I just might do. I'll use this little one, and I'll get pale papaya. Just in here. So that's just a decoration. I might put a third one actually. There we go. So that's just decorating the inside. Lovely stamp set. Really beautiful. Okay, so that's moved over there. Now this is the second card we're going to make. And I've cased this from a Vicky Butcher, I think it is, in Australia, down in Melbourne, Victoria. I've changed it a little bit. So it's using crumb cake and early espresso, so it's tone on tone. It gives a bit of an antique feel to your card. And that's the next one we're going to make with the dahlias. So let me get everything I need. I'll put that back in here. And I'll just change. Okay, so I've got my early espresso card base. And I've got my crumb cake layer. So we'll do the layer first. And that's using the, I'll put the card base there. That's using the outline stamp of the dahlias. It keeps falling off. So I shall use that one, and also this little leaf, tiny leaf, and that's with the early espresso. So once again I've got my foam mat underneath, and I'm just going to stamp in the corners of the crumb cake. A little leaf in there. Don't have to press too hard with photopolymer. They seem to like a gentle touch. Okay, so that's one corner done. We'll come down here. And you can hang them off the edge of the card, that's fine. a leaf there, and a leaf there, and one here. Now I'll go back up to the top, in the top corner, and I'll put one down here while I'm doing it. There we go. Then I can add my leaves. So you don't have to go all the way around. Just got to get my leaf going in the right direction. I don't want to put it the wrong way around. I might put one coming here. We had a beautiful day yesterday, and today it's, as you know, I do these on a Sunday because I work on a Monday. Today it's overcast and cloudy and raining. Go figure. Okay, so I shall clean those off because I'll need this one again in a minute. Put that back there. Okay, now we're just going to get our blending brush, and I have blending brushes allocated to certain colours. So this is like browns, like crumb cake, soft suede, early espresso, those sorts of colours. And I just clean them in between with a microfiber cloth. I don't wash them. So just start on your paper and come in. And this is just going to give it a grungy sort of look. Just blending some darker ink over the cardstock. I'm looking forward to some more warmer weather with spring coming along. It's funny because all the demonstrators I follow in America are all in autumn, and that's my other favourite time of year. They'll be going into their winter, but we're going into our summer. Oh, I hope it's not as hot as last summer. I don't mind summer if it's sort of 30 degrees and under. That's about my maximum. Okay, so that's a card layer, first layer. So I'll put that aside. Now I'm going to bring in another piece of crumb cake. And what we're going to do is, let's mark on my block. Won't that come off? I'll get something off with it now next time. So I'm going to put, now what I've done is I've put a little texture mark on this flower and on the one that fills in, so I can line them up quickly. I had it in the wrong spot. So that's okay. So we're going to stamp line art images first. And I'll put that little mark up into this corner so I can line them up when I'm done. That's lovely. It stamps beautifully. So we need one of those, and we need, don't need that block anymore. We need 4 of these. Do them down here. 4 of those, and we need 2 of the leaves. That'll do. And clean those up, and then we're going to put our early espresso away or aside and get out our crumb cake. And we're going to get our big one back. And put my mark up in there into the top corner. ink it up. And this is just going to give it sort of tone on tone colour. So I might have to bring my head in just to line it up. I'll try not to block the view. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't quite line up exactly. There we go. So that's that one done. Now I need this one. And this one's easier to line up because it's got like a flat side here and you can just work out where they go. So and because obviously if you're doing this with a black outline and colours, then that's going to have a completely different look as well. And then the leaves. There we go. So I'll close that up. I'll close that up too. And I'll close this up. Now, I've gone ahead. See, what you'd have to do now is fussy cut them all out because there are no dies for this stamp set. And you don't want to see me fussy cut because everyone knows how to fussy cut. So, I've gone ahead and already prepared some earlier. Here's one I prepared earlier. And I also got my brown brush. Is that the brown one? Yes. And I just put a bit more ink onto the center of the large dahlia, like so. So then I've got my black baker's twine, and I've wrapped it around. Make sure I get enough to tie a bow with. I've just gone around twice with it. Now I'm going to be all fingers and thumbs now because I'm hopeless trying to tie things when I'm videoing. There we go. I think, maybe not. And I want them crossed over. And I don't want them that big, the bow that big, but I can tweak that now. That's not too bad. So I shall get my scissors, put my baker's twine back in its little place, and I'll just twiggle this over a bit. There we go, over to the edge, but still keep it sort of crossed over, because it makes it a bit interesting. Okay, now I'm just going to place my flowers. So I want one leaf there and another leaf coming down here. I want one little one here. Did I do four? Oh yeah, there's the fourth one up here. And then I'm going to do four like that. And then I shall put my dahlia on top. So they're all going to be on dimensionals, which... goodness gracious me, where have my dimensionals gone? Bear with me, everybody. I'm going to have to grab another. It can't be far away. I've got my little ones. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. I'll just start a new one. Okay. So I'm just going to put dimensionals and place them, because they're where I want them. I'll start here. Or will I start here? I'll start here. Oopsie. Oopsie. I pretty much know where I want them. Just going to place that there. So this is a bit of a vintage looking dahlia card. Quite liked it when I saw it on Pinterest, and I thought I'm going to case that, give that lady credit. Now I put that there, but this leaf is hiding too much, so I want to move him. So I'm just going to carefully pull him off and just see where my dahlia is going to sit and poke my leaf back. I might put a new dimensional on that. Poke my leaf back in underneath. That's better. So then I'm going to put dimensionals around the edge of my dahlia, because it's going to sit on top of the other ones that are already popped up. So it will give the effect that, well, technically this dahlia will be double popped. Okay, just make sure which way I like it. I don't think it really matters. I think that looks pretty good. I'll get rid of all of these. That looks good. I'm mumming and ahhing whether it needs Winker Stella, but I don't know whether Winker Stella is the right thing to do. I'm not sure. Bit of a dilemma. So then I'm just going to place it straight onto my cardstock with my glue on my card base. There's not enough there. There we go. Straight onto my card base. And get my tissue to wipe things if any glue pokes out. And I've got these matte, brushed metallic dots. Now I put the bronze ones on this card. I might put the gold on this card. What do you think? Or do you think, what is this? I don't know what colour this is. Oh, this looks nice. And they look brass. They're nice, like those. Oh. And then I've got my insert, which I've just stamped the small dahlia inside. With, yes I do. I was going to say I don't need that anymore, but I do. So with early espresso, and crumb cake to fill in. And I'll put this into inside my card. Inside. So it's just a piece of very vanilla. There we go. Now I've put Oh So Happy For You on that card. Not quite sure what to put on this one. Thank you kindly, you inspire me. We did that on that one. I don't want to do a sympathy card. I don't like sympathy cards. I only make them when I have to. and I don't want to. I think Thank You Kindly might be nice. Don't think I've used that one yet. And I need a scrap of, I could use this. I couldn't. I need a scrap of, oh, here it is. I knew I kept a piece. I need a scrap of crumb cake. And I'm just going to stamp that Thank You Kindly there. And I forgot my foam pad, but that's okay. It was okay. I'll close that up. And I'll get my scissors. I'm just going to cut it out. Make sure it's not too crooked. That's pretty good. And I'll get my brown brush and my paper. I'll just give it a bit of a antiquing. And let me just see, I could put it down here. Thank you for your thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Might need two. You can go in at an angle, it doesn't have to be straight. There we go. Now, the question is, do I put some Wink of Stella on this? Will I see what one looks like? Let's have a go. I'll do it on this one, just on a little bit. Maybe just over the lines. I might just do the centre all, but I won't do it all over the flower, just on a few of the petals. Maybe in the centres of these. I told you, I'm a Wink of Stella addict. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know if you can see it. Actually, I think I'll do it on both. It looks quite nice. And it doesn't take away from the antique-y looking. See, I can't help myself once I start. I'm going to add it to this one because I like it. I thought it might have been too glitzy and glimmery, but it's just a very subtle shimmer. So it actually looks quite nice. And I'm just, as you can see, I'm just following the line on the stamp, the art line. There we go. I can't not do Wink of Stella. So can you see that sparkling? So they're my two. Where's my other one? Here it is. I'm just going to fix that up with some pale papaya. That's too yellow for my liking. So there's some cards using the Dahlia stamp set. I just found my dimensionals. This is using the Penguin Playmates DSP. Where's my online class for today? For this, no, till the end of the month. So if you place a $30 order, so if you've got that wish list and you want $90 worth of products, not only will you get a free celebration product, but you'll get this online class from me as well, these 3 cards. So this is using the Peaceful, Peaceful Prince DSP, and that's the Celebration DSP, but it coordinates with the Peaceful Deer bundle. So this one is a easel card, and these are just 2 standard cards. Okay, so, and here's another one. I've used some of that DSP and some of the Bedazzling Bling. So So they're all Celebration products. I probably haven't mentioned all of them. I think I've mentioned nearly all of them. And don't forget that if you want to join, if you've got $170 of product that you want, you're better off joining at the moment during Celebration, because, let me grab the little book, you will get for $169 Australian, you'll get $235 worth of product. So you can choose anything you like. You don't have to choose particular things. You can choose whatever you want. Plus, until the 30th of September, you can choose one of these bundles that is in the mini catalogue. Now, the most expensive bundle, I think, is around $100. So you're actually getting $335 worth of product for $169. That's all you pay. So it's a fantastic joining special, and I'd love to have you on my team if you're wanting to join. So have a think about that. If you've got $170 of product on your wish list, this is the way to go. You'll get $335 worth of product for your $169. So that's my Makeup Monday for this week. I hope you've enjoyed those cards using the Dahlia stamp set. Have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you on Friday for my Facebook Live. Bye.